Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make your eyebrows go from this to this using two products. So it's a really rainy day. You guys might hear rumbling. Today I'm going to the grocery store. I'm actually leaving the house. I think it's good for me to kind of get out and just see other people. We are still wearing masks. So for my makeup, I just took good care of my skin. I used sunscreen that has zinc in it, so it has a white cast. So I've done a little bit of makeup with the sunscreen to kind of give me a little bit of color. I also use a little bit of cream blush, a little bit of lipstick, a little bit of lip balm over it, just because my lips were feeling a little dry. I used the one eyeshadow, and it's right there, and mascara. But I did not do anything to my eyebrows. I never feel finished unless my eyebrows are done. It just looks so messy, I find. I look super messy, and my face is not framed properly until I get those eyebrows in. I found this product. If you were alive in the 80s, and I was a young teen in the 80s, Brooke Shields was all the rage. She had these big, huge eyebrows, and at the time, people were using this gummy product to make their eyebrows stick out and stand up. And it was a look. I tried it. I thought it was gunky and dirty. I didn't like it. At that time, I didn't wear makeup hardly at all. So I did not like having that gunky product on my eyebrows. Recently, I've been just using a pencil eyebrow, but the trend of bushy eyebrows is so huge right now that I decided to go one step further. I'm going to show here a few pictures of, I think, what it looks a little excessive, how they have been framing their eyes with these extremely bushy, extremely brushed and glued on eyebrows. Well, I'm gonna try to replicate the look, but in a more casual, sophisticated way, that if I run into somebody at the grocery store, they're gonna see me and think, oh, look how well put together she is, even though I'm very casual, wearing really t-shirts and some slacks that are super comfy. But I wanted to look like I took some time to put my face together. Every single time I go to the grocery store, I run into people I know. We live in a small community. I don't want them to think that I take no care of myself. So let's get this done. I'm gonna use this pencil right here, and usually I use the blonde version of it. I'll put the link. All links to the products will be underneath. And I'm using the NYX Professional. I'm using the brow glue. Instant brow setter, but it really doesn't give you any instructions. The first thing I'm going to do is brush my eyebrows. See how they're just funky in a certain way. And I want them to all lay straight so that I know how to shape it. Since that's going to be the final product, they are going to be standing in a similar position once I use the glue. Then I will use my technique for eyebrow pencil. I am going to accentuate the brows. My makeup is very blend. So, you know, I can shape it and try to draw the shape that I want. I usually try to get, this is the area where I have the least hair. And I just do small little strokes to kind of have a generally shaped and full brow, which is the look that I'm going for. I'm filling in this little dark spot right here, the empty spot. I try not to fill too much, as natural brows have empty spots. I just want it to be somewhat even in the thickness and the shape. If you have seen my eyebrow video, I'll put a link right here. In a nutshell, you want the inner part of your brow to be right here. If you align your outside of your nose to the inside of your eye, that should be where your eyebrow should start. Same on the other side. Mine goes a little bit over, but I'm okay with that. The outside of the eyebrow should be lined between the outside of your nose and then the outside of your eye. And there is the outside of your eyebrow. Same on the other side. So I've done it so many times, I don't even have to measure. The high point should be, if you try to get line your pencil right here between the outside of your nostril, and if you're looking forward, the middle of your pupil, and that should be the highest point of your eyebrow, which it is in my case. I don't have my eyebrows done, so this is what they are naturally, but you try to even out the thickness. You can see this one is a little less thick. And I prefer flaring up the ends of my eyebrows, although right now I'm just gonna do it and let them have their natural shape and see how they go. Then I'll use the spoolie to soften that color that I put in, because I don't want it to look like I drew my brows. You never want to do that. It looks weird. Sometimes you can't see as you age and you go all the house with lines. So just always make sure to get a big mirror. This one is so inexpensive. I don't know where I got it, but I can put a link of any 5+ magnification. When you first use it, it feels a little strange, but you get used to it. But you want to make sure you see what you're doing. So there it is. They're very dark and striking right now, and they're absolutely fine. And I would definitely, and I have been for the past several months, wearing my eyebrows like this. But I want to go one step further and place them in one direction so that by the end of the day, they're not going each and every way. And later today, I will go throughout the day and maybe check every now and then if I take a nap or after I go to the grocery store and see where my eyebrows have gone. So hold on. So let's use the NYX product, the brow glue. As you can see, the brow glue, as the name says, it does feel like glue coming out of the container, and look at that. It literally pulls back up. That is a very strange concoction right there. The difference between this brow glue and the ones that we used back in the 80s is that the spoolie is so much smaller. It's just literally, I guess, a quarter of the size of a regular spoolie. So now brush it. And I tried this yesterday and it did leave a little bit of residue if I put full on. So I'm trying to be careful to not put so much that the glue will show, and then spread it to smooth it out. You see, it's still showing, but I'm gonna go over it over and over and over and over until the hairs are in place, but I'm not seeing the glue. I hate that look. That is not the look I want. So I'm gonna go over on the other side and then I'll come back to it. Have not gone back for more glue. I'm just using what I have on the spoolie. And I'm going over it again because I do want to deposit microscopic amounts of it. So I've seen girls literally do this, and I'm sorry, that's just crazy. I'm not a werewolf. So what I'm trying to do is distribute it, but then I'm going to shape it so that it lays the way I want it to lay, like so. Now, if you're 15 and you're trying to go for a statement, go for it. That's not where I'm going for, what I'm going for. I really still want a natural, elegant look, but I just want my eyebrows to be in place. So I think this really makes a huge difference from the original back in, 50 years ago when we were using this stuff. It does give you more control of the area. And again, I'm just playing and going longer than I have, but I'm very lightly kind of brushing the tips of the hair so that they lay a little flat. Still having the little sense of more bushiness, because I do want to get that feel, as the goal of the glue for me right now is to make a statement. But again, like I said, no werewolf eyebrows, just a statement. So they look bushy and realistic. I am absolutely comfortable with the way they turned out. I think if I were going out and doing my eyes a little bit more dramatic, I would have pulled the brows more upwards, like so. But for everyday use, I think these are beautiful and perfect, just the way they are. I'm gonna move away so you can see me from a 6-foot distance. This is how I would appear if we met at the grocery store and we're talking. And look, I have eyebrows and eyes. Now, I could have darkened my higher part of my eyelid to get rid of some of that puffiness. It's morning time, I'm not fully awake yet. But I think this is a very doable look, and you can definitely see the difference from the initial eyebrow look to now. I'll check back in with you guys when I get back from the grocery store. See you in a couple of hours. So it's now 7 hours later, and I haven't touched really my face much, but I wanted you to see how the eyebrows turned out. So if I move it, one thing that I noticed about this product is that when you touch it, it's not hard, or at least with the amount of product I put on, it does not feel hard. As I brush my hair backwards, it just feels like natural hair, but yet I feel like the hair stayed put pretty much throughout the day, and I'm pretty happy with it. I want to be really close and give you an opportunity to see if there's any flaking or anything that you may notice. It feels creamy, like there's an oil in it. So there it is. I think it's a product that I definitely recommend. I'm really happy with it, and I will be wearing it as long as this look is in style. I'll have a link to the product in the description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and if there is a product you would like me to test, put it down there too. Have a good one.